Hi everybody, this is Michelle and I'm saying hello and welcome to today's Wakey Shakey screencast. Today we're going to look a little bit more about how tense and aspect work together. So this takes us back to grammar, specifically how the perfect aspect operates and why. You'll probably remember that when we first started these screencasts, we looked at how tense and aspect combine, particularly with this one. We looked at the present simple. And so just to remind you, the present simple combines the tense of now with the idea of a routine or a state, like I play football every day, I live in Bogota. So as I said, we're going to talk today about the present perfect here, which is I have written, he has written, they have walked. The idea of using have or has plus the past participle or the third form of the verb. There are three situations where we might want to look at time a little bit differently in the way that we look at it in the present simple. And really, what we're thinking about is the idea of looking at time almost like a triangle. And so there are three situations where we might want to do this, which I will show you in just a second. Okay, so basically this is the first situation that we're thinking about when we're thinking about the idea of connecting time. So I'm going to put one here. And this is the situation where we're looking at the past, but we're looking at it from a point in the present. So here I am, this is now, and I'm looking backwards at the past. This is how the present perfect works. It's this idea of being at a point in time now and looking backwards. Now, what am I looking at? I'm looking at my entire life. So here I am as baby Michelle at the moment of my birth. Okay, and here I'm looking at every single thing, every single experience that has happened over my entire life. The time doesn't really matter, the exact moment, because I'm not interested in the point of it. I'm not really interested in the time that it happened. But what I am interested in is the experience of it. So it doesn't matter if I ate sushi here or here or here or here. It doesn't matter if I went to Spain here or here or here. It happened sometime in my life, and so that's why I'm connecting the past with the present. So when I'm talking about that experience, I'm saying, I have been to Spain. I have eaten sushi. I've never driven a Ferrari. Okay, so that's the first situation. Okay, now what we're going to do is look at situation number 2, where we might want to connect something that happened in the past with something that's happening in the present, or something that somebody's feeling in the present. So, again, we're going to draw our now and our strangely creepy eye. Except this time we're not going to be drawing a massive triangle. We're going to be drawing a very, very small one. Okay? We're still looking backwards over the past, but the idea is that we're looking at the very, very recent past and something that happens here that has a direct effect on now. So for example, you might see somebody, again, another strangely creepy eye, okay? You might see somebody crying and you say, oh no, Michelle, what's wrong? And I might say something like, I've just lost my car keys. So it's something that happened, an action that happened very recently that has a direct result on now. So that's another situation that we might want to connect the past and the present. Okay, now we've looked at situation number 1, we've looked at situation number 2, and we're going to look now at situation number 3. This one is a little bit different because we do talk about time, but we don't talk about moments of time. What we talk about are periods of time. Again, let's draw our triangle and our eyelashes. Now, okay, and we're looking back, okay? Let's imagine I live in Bogota. This is true. Let's imagine that I live in Bogota, and I want to give you more information about that in terms of the time. Now, because we're connecting the past and the present, what we need to do is look at the time when this started until now as the triangle. So I live in Bogota now. I have lived here, connecting the past to the present, I have lived here for 3 years. So I can say for 3 years, or I can say since 2011. So since tells me about this point when this started, and for tells me about the period. But we're always focusing on this as a period in time instead of this as a moment. So I have lived in Bogota for 3 years. I've been at CGB for 6 years. I've been a vegetarian for 2 days. Those kinds of things give you more information, but you're still connecting the past and the present. So this is the third situation where you're going to want to connect those two ideas. Okay, just to recap, there are 3 situations then in which we might want to look at time like a triangle. Situation 1, where something happened in the past, which is an experience that's happened sometime in your life, but you don't know exactly when, or it's not important when. This connects the past with the present. Situation 2, something happened very, very recently, and you can see the result of that action or event in the present. Situation 3, something started in the past and it hasn't finished yet. So usually we want to indicate how long this period of time is. Okay, so just have a look at a couple of mistakes. These are really, really common student mistakes when they're using this particular structure. So you might want to stop the video and just have a conversation with the person next to you or with your teacher to try and understand why these things are wrong. Okay, so that's it for now, and I'm sending you a big cheeky grin and saying a big cheeky ciao for now. Have a great week.